Space, the final frontier, starring every single Star Trek episode, and nerds, a whole bunch of nerds would often debate amongst themselves what are the three of the triumvirate of sci-fi TV or movies in general: Doctor Who, Star Trek, and Star Wars. And what happens when we get a wonderful tribute parody to Star Wars? Well, we get Spaceballs. May the Schwartz be with you. The laughs come at ludicrous speed in Mel Brooks' outrageous sci-fi spoof that takes you to a galaxy far, far funnier than you ever imagined. When ruthless President Scroob, Mel Brooks, plots to steal the air supply from the neighboring planet Druida, it's up to the hero for hire Lone Star, Bill Pullman, and his man-dog sidekick, Mog, Barf, John Candy, to rescue his spoiled Druish princess, Daphne Zuniga, from the clutches of Dark Helmet, Rick Moranis. Along the way, they meet the wise Yogurt, Brooks, who teaches them the mystical secrets of the Schwartz and the almighty power of merchandising. This movie is a classic, a cult classic indeed, and it's just so dang funny. I mean, the fact that George Lucas gave the green light. It was like, hey, this is a great tribute to Star Wars. You can release it on one condition: no merchandise. So with Mel Brooks being the spoofy du jour, he says, okay, we're just going to have it. We're just going to have the merchandise in universe. Let's have the T-shirts. Let's have the miniature yogurt. It's like, may the Schwartz be with you type of humor. Let's have the toilet paper. Let's have the flamethrower, which is even labeled as a gun for kids. And it's just that. That is satire, and it's just so funny. But of course, there's the classic lines. You know, there's like, what's his name? Philip Asshole. And it's like, all right, anyone who's not an asshole, please. All right, all the people who are assholes, please stand up. Everyone but one person arises. And then he says, "I'm surrounded by assholes." It's like, let's get a couple of people that are unknowns, and let's just go ahead and just have a laugh at this. Let's get a couple of people. Let's get Daphne Zuniga, who was in the initiation before this, and Bill Pullman, and let's just have this affectionate tribute. It's like, let's have Pullman play the Han Solo and Daphne play the Leia, except that they're is like, what would happen? Those two actually did get married, and it works so dang well. And it's like, it's like when they get to the lightsabers. Oh, let's have it right in front of our groins, so that way it seems like that we have a massive schlong, And instead of saying, "Luke, I am your father," it's like, there's something I need to tell you. I was your father's brother's nephew's cousin's roommate, and then he asked, "What does that mean?" Absolutely nothing. The jokes in quotes come a mile a minute, and arguably my favorite scenes. It was like, hey, where's Lone? It's like, hey, where can we track where Lone Star is? Oh, I know. Let's It's like, here. Then they bring out all the movies that Mel Brooks has released up to that point. Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein, the producers, etc. They look around, it's like, oh, here it is. What is the latest technology on... It's the latest in technology. It's called Insta cassette or something like that. And it's like, okay. So they fast forward all the way, including right past the scene where, after going ludicrous, after reaching all... I'll get to that in a minute. As they finally arrive, where are we now? This is now. Now, What was that then? That was then now. This is now. Like, look around. It's so goddamn. It just, how they're dealing with that is just it's legendarily funny. And then eventually, okay, finally, it's like, okay, let's go look in the desert. It's like, okay, let's make sure we comb every inch of the desert. And they finally get in the desert and they're bringing out giant combs. And of course, there's Michael Winslow. Have you found anything? Nope. Ask the second team, have you found anything? Nope. Michael Winslow appears and he says, we ain't found shit. But yeah, obviously there's the speed of which they're going to go. It's like, okay, we're going to go to light speed. We're not going to have enough time. It's like, how about warp speed? Not fast enough. Speed. Ludicrous speed. Yes, I love that. So gosh darn funny. But what makes this work is I found that the best tributes or parodies are made with effort. This is not the Asylum where they make all these dumb mockbusters that just feel cheap and that's just an exploitation. This movie right here is a tribute parody done well because it takes everything that works, but it somehow inserts it all into its own universe, and it's just so well. Of course, you got nice makeup on John Candy, a true comedic expert. Yogurt, who is of course a parody of Yoda, but it doesn't have do or do not. There's no try, and it's just like they all work in the roles well. Of course, he is arguably the best, and it's just it's so good. But I was surprised to see references to, because the last time I saw this movie, I think I was late teen, so I wouldn't get all the jokes and references. But eventually, now that I rewatched this, and even when they did like the combination, like when the alien bursts out, I didn't know that was a tribute to Alien. I never saw Alien, or when the Mega Maid right here crashes onto a planet. That's the head, and looks like the Statue of Liberty. Lo crashes down, and then some chimpanzees appear. Of course, a reference to Planet of the Apes. Now I actually get that, and yes, there will be a review of that, and Smokey and the Bandit, which I just did in the previous review for Convoy. So, yeah, that's to be expected. So, yeah, this is definitely a true classic, and it is done with such the best, perfect respect, but at the same time, a way that's like, hey, yeah, you have all the three like big sci-fi series, the TV shows, and everything else. It's like you have all the Whovians, all the Trekkies, and all the Warsians. I don't know what Star Wars fans are called. We're Star Warsians. There you go. You've also got the Spaceballians. So yeah, I'm glad I revisited this movie. This movie is freaking hilarious. Everyone does their part well, and of course, there's also the ending scene, which I forgot to mention. It's like, all right, the short version. Do you? Yes. Good. You're married. Absolute classic. I'm doing this as a request for a sweatshirt. This one is for you. Definitely a classic. Please go ahead and watch Spaceballs.